ऑलराइट स्टूडेंट्स, मैंने लास्ट टाइम आपको सी शार्प में करवाया था कि कैसे वेरिएबल्स डिक्लेयर करते हैं और हाउ टू क्रिएट द मेथड्स, हाउ टू क्रिएट क्लासेस एंड ऑब्जेक्ट्स and how to call the methods using the object. I have also told you how what are the static members of a class and what are the non-static members of a class. So today I'll tell you how to create different methods, different user-defined methods with different method parameter modifiers. So let us create a class. A C# program can have any number of classes, and all these classes must be enclosed in some namespace. Program is the default name given by the Visual Studio IDE. However, you can change the name of this class, and the class should in a console application there must be a main method. Main method is the static method, and it will be executing first when the application runs, and it doesn't require any object to run because it is declared as static. Now let us suppose we have another class, my class, and it has a method public void fact. It takes two parameters, and it is swapping these two numbers. So this is the usual logic for swapping two numbers. And we can display the result of swapping. First number and second number. So we are printing these two numbers within the method. We can say inside swap method. Now let us create an object of this class, my class OB equal to new my class. The default constructor has been provided by the compiler. And let us say we have two numbers, int x equal to 78 and y equal to, let us say, 100. So before calling swap method, first number is x while the second number is y. Now we can call this method swap ob dot swap, and we pass these two numbers x and y as the actual parameters. Now we want to again print the results of this method call so that we can check whether the swapping has been done or not. Now let us run this application. So before swapping, the numbers are 78 and 100, and inside the method swapping has been done 100 and 78. However, it is not reflected in the main method 78 and 100, so swapping is not done. So when we call a method, all these parameters are passed by value. So we need to pass them by reference. And in C sharp, we have a keyword called ref. There is no concept of pointer in C sharp, but we have different keywords. And if we use the ref keyword before these variable names when passing them as the parameter, then the values are being passed by reference, not by the value. And here we need to specify ref also. So this is the only change that is required for passing the parameters by reference. You need to specify the ref keyword in the call and in the definition also. Now let us run it. So before swapping, the values are 78 and 100. Within the swap method, they are 100 and 78. And when we try to print these numbers in the main method, then again the swapping has been done because these two parameters are being passed by reference. Now let us take another example. Suppose we also have a method called compute. And suppose we want to perform certain operations on these variables x and y. So we pass them as parameters. So these are the formal parameters. So let us declare four variables and we want to perform four arithmetic operations. A will be p plus q, b is p minus q, and c p multiplied by q, and d will be p divided by q. Now suppose we want to return all these values from this method compute, then we need to declare certain pointers, but pointers are not allowed in C sharp. That's why in C sharp we cannot return multiple values simultaneously from a method. So there is one more method parameter modifier called as out. So we can return using the out parameters all these values from the method to the calling program. Now let us change certain values. For example, let us suppose this is 278 and this is now the number 17, let us say, and I can delete it. And here we need to provide all these values that we want to return as the out parameter. So if a parameter is declared as out, then its value will be automatically returned to the calling function. Out A, sorry, out int A, out int B, out int C, and out int B. We need not declare ABCD here again. So now this code is valid and we don't need an explicit return statement. We don't need any return statement. All these values A, B, C, which are contained in the variables A, B, C, and D will be returned to the main method. And here we can call this main method. We can call this compute method in the main method using using the object of the my class ob dot compute. We pass these two values x and y, and then we can pass the out parameters. It can be different out I, and we just declare them int I j k r. And now we can print console dot write line. Sum difference, multiplication, and division. Now you can see that all these four output parameters are I, j, k, and r. They are not assigned any value to these variables, and they are still passed in the in method call. And there we don't need any explicit return statement in this method compute. Now let us run it. There are certain errors. I'll see that. Some semicolon is missing somewhere. This is the semicolon. So you can see that sum difference, multiplication, and division are computed, as well as all these four values are returned to the main method, to the calling method, without requiring any explicit return statement. So this is the purpose of using the out parameters. And only condition is that when we use the out parameters, then all the out parameters must be assigned certain value within this function. While in case of ref, the condition is that before calling the ref parameters were x and y, they must be assigned certain values before the method is being called. So these are the two conditions that you have to keep in mind.